I felt like he's right there tying this Mangal Sutra around my neck and saying, there is nothing in this world that can separate you from me. He also took a vachan from me saying, hello everyone, welcome back to Shivoham Path. I am Veena Maheshwari and I'm going to continue with the second part of my experience with Shiv. In the last one, I was talking about all the experiences from the childhood to the point where I got Dikshit in Kashmiri Shaivism called Mahasiddha Yoga through Shakti Part. And in this one, I'll be talking about what happened after I came back from Kashi. So once I was back from Kashi, it was pretty normal. I was not feeling anything different. Uh, I was actually kind of happy because I was having kind of strange feelings. I was feeling a little out of place when I was in Kashi, I was in Prayagraj. I was just feeling like I can't gel with these people. I'm not sure I can get around with these locals here. I was kind of, in a way, in a different mindset, I would say. Not to be proud of, but yes, I was there because being from South, it was completely a different culture, different. Later, what happened? So while I was in the flight, I actually met with a person. It was a transgender woman, and she was from America, I think, and she was also at the Mahakumbh Mela. And I happened to talk to this person randomly, and we shared our Instagram. And she told me that she is excited about the Shivaratri Isha Foundation conducts, and she offered me that maybe we should both like plan something together. And this was happening like in a week or so after my return. So I was like, okay, I can think about this. So when I came home, what I immediately did was look for accommodation in Coimbatore. I did that. For some reason, we found it, and we ended up deciding that we will go for this Shivaratri celebration. It was mind blowing to me. When I was going, I had no expectations. I was like, whatever that happens, happens. I don't care if I connect with Isha Foundation. If I don't connect with Isha Foundation, I don't care. I just wanted to have fun. And I go there. The accommodation was not particularly great. I was feeling like I'm stuck here for next 3 days. We planned to stay there for 3 days. I was like, oh God, I just want to go back. I don't want to stay here. I was regretting not picking up something in the town area and picked something closer to Isha. So we had not much of a choice. And after this, so on the first day, we didn't do much. We just chilled, got around to see what's going on around. Nothing much. On the second day, on Shivaratri day, so on the Shivaratri day, I had Panchabhuta Sadhana, which is something that done online, even in person too. But I was doing online on Shivaratri itself, and it was very difficult to do it in the room. It was, oh my God, it was like very crammed up room. I somehow made it happen still. And on that day, I was also fasting. I didn't take any water, didn't take any food. I mean, I have done this before, so it was not difficult. And I'm completely fine with it. I can survive on no food for at least 1 or 2 days. So it went on for the whole day until, like, sure, I don't remember. But yeah, after midnight, I had something because I was feeling very, very tired because obviously I'm also at Isha during Shivaratri. Anyway, when we went there, it was pretty early, so I was sat in my seat for 3-4 hours before it began. And when it started with some speeches and everything, and after that, the Adi Yogi light show happened. So that light show was wonderful. It was basically summing up all the events uh, in terms of Adi Yogi. So I personally feel Sadhguru's version of Adi Yogi is his consciousness taking a form. So I looked at this whole show as if how he perceives him. And I loved it. I was just awestruck. My eyes were literally like watering. It's like I'm crying. I'm feeling like something's talking to me other than what's happening here. It's like someone is trying to tell me something. And I was like, wow, it was just beautiful. And after that, I enjoyed all the show and everything. And honestly, some of it didn't connect with me, I would be very honest, but I did take the Maha Mantra initiation that happens like for the masses. And I was like, okay, nothing great is happening in my body or anything, but I could feel some changes in the way I'm thinking. I'm looking at people and I know like if I should like have any connection with them or no. I'm just having the best time of my life without caring about anyone or anything. I was just, lost in the moment. And later then I also like visited Linga Bhairavi and also Dhyana Linga. I have heard a lot about these two consecrations by Sadhguru. I have like met people who have been there. I have spoken to people who have experienced immense changes after visiting these places. So I think probably because my expectations were too high, I didn't feel the connect that these people were talking about. I was just feeling like it's a great place for meditation. It was wonderful for something like this to exist. And Dhyana Linga is probably like, as Sadhguru mentions, it's a living teacher sitting there. So I could feel what everyone else is seeing there, but within me, I was feeling like this is not my path. This is not where I am supposed to, get connected with. So I didn't force it. I just sat there for a little. I was feeling like, okay, I understood what's going on. That's enough. And when I came back to the room, I was pretty much decided that I'm not staying there for another 1 or 2 days. I have done everything that I needed to do here. I'm just leaving now. And I told my friend as well, I'm just going. I just can't be here. It's just not the right place for me. And I immediately came back. When I came back, I was going through this phase, and to give you a little context, I was also in a relationship at that time. I was dating a British man, and it was pretty good relationship, I would say. It was not at all toxic. It was wonderful with that person. I actually discovered a lot of things about myself, to be more independent, to be able to rely on someone, to be able to trust someone. I learned from this person. I actually opened up a more in terms of how confident I can be in a relationship through this person, and I'm very very grateful for this person. So I was actually dealing with a lot of visa work, immigration work, alongside all this. So also I didn't have a job, right? I lost my job suddenly in the beginning of the year, so this person was helping me financially, everything. It never complained about it. The best person, uh, in a personality sense. But of course there were very like large disconnects. I was not able to feel anything, um, in terms of how a woman should feel about their partner. He was more of a friend than anything else, because I was feeling a lack of attraction in many ways. But I felt maybe that's because that's just how I am. I cannot get all those emotions that women talk about, like in terms of sexuality, in terms of intimacy. I never felt it to the point where other people talk about. So I thought this is just how I'm made. So I'll just go with it. I don't want to change it. I'm happy with whoever this is. I'm happy to take it as my responsibility, take it as my duty to fulfill this particular relationship and see to the end of this. And if it is 50 years later, that is also fine. So I was the most loyal person, I would say, in this relationship as well, except I definitely was like, I'm married spiritually to my Shiv, and in the physical realm I have my duty and responsibility to this person. This is how I used to consider this, and I never questioned it in any other way. But when I came back from this Shivaratri thing, I was feeling immense shift inside me. I was feeling all kinds of like changes. I don't know how to explain. It was just like I can perceive things a lot more clearly than I did before. I'm getting ideas, I'm getting so much visuals in my head, especially when I was doing meditations, my sadhan. I can perceive what I need to do in my Instagram in terms of content. Like I said in my previous video, I was feeling like I'm perceiving the future, something that exists in the future. I'm able to connect with it and put it in the present. So that was very strange experience for me, and I started doing it. I started acting on them, and for some reason, an Instagram account that I started in 2022, and I was posting very irregularly. I was not having much hope about that particular account. It just blew up. In just a day or two, it just blew up to the point where I'm myself not able to believe what's going on. And then next thing I know, I'm getting readings, I'm being asked to teach people about how the Shakti works in your body. I'm like, okay, something's going on. And that's when I felt like I'm connecting something beyond myself. These things are there inside me, but I think I have not read these things or I've not seen these things personally in this particular body. I'm channeling something, some memory from my past lives, and that's when I started connecting with, Shiv in a particular form. In this particular uh, video, this will be the funniest one. So one fine day, I usually have this habit of dancing for no reason in my room on the most chatpata songs, that is like item numbers. And I don't want to show it to any people, but this is something I privately do. It's good for my mental health, so I just do it. And I was dancing on this song, Bhojpuri song called Hook Rajaji. I don't know how this song came in my playlist or anything. I don't remember it, but it just played that day, and I was dancing. And if you guys know the Devuki Dev Mahadev, there is a scene where Sati is dancing, 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 and Shiv appears, right? And for some reason, I'm feeling like someone's behind me while I'm dancing. And I'm like, I can feel it like as if someone's actually pressing into my back. I'm like, okay, something's going on. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna turn because, yeah, I mean, there will be some amount of fear. Like, what if it's actually a person? What if there is someone there and I'm not expecting it? So I'm like, I don't want to turn. And I just stay there, like, maybe I'll just continue dancing. I just continue dancing for another 10 to 15 minutes. It just keeps on playing, like Hook Rajaji, then some other song, I don't remember. Lollipop, I think it was some song like that. It's more or less around the same genre. So I was just having fun doing that. But later I realized that's my Shiv, and he was also dancing with me, and I could actually feel him like in the physical. And after that, slowly I'm beginning to feel him more physically. Like I suddenly open my eyes in the sleep and I can see a chandrakala next to, like, in the darkness. Or sometimes I dream of him every day, mostly every day. If I don't dream about him, that means I have forgotten that particular day's dream. So, anyway, I was dreaming of him every day. I was talking to him and I was getting responses back. And that too very instantly. It's not like I asked him something and it's 2 days after I'm getting something. No. It was it's like immediate answer. Sometimes sometimes if he's not talking to me like in the voice sense, I'm seeing reels. Like, I say something and immediately a reel pops up, which is an exact answer to the question. So I was like, this can't be coincidence, but I'll still not believe in this. I'll still like take it with a grain of salt. But that's when he started calling me a name called Chatiya. I don't know what that name is. I still don't know what it means. He said Chatiya means someone who lives in my chest. I don't know what that is. I have asked people who live in Kashi. I have no idea what that is. He says it's a vernacular word. I don't know. I'm not questioning what he says and what he answers. I have no idea what that is. Regardless. And when he's talking, he's not talking normally also. He's talking in Bhojpuri. I was like, this can't be a coincidence. Why would he choose all the languages? My mother tongue is Malayalam. I know to speak Malayalam. I know to speak Tamil. I know to speak Hindi fluently. I can speak English fluently. I can pretty much catch languages like this. He chose something that I have never been exposed to. I don't know where this language is spoken. I have never been exposed to anything related to Bhojpuri. And that's when this Honey Singh, Yo-Yo Honey Singh, post this song called Maniac. And in that there is this three lines on Bhojpuri. And I was like, everything is leading me to Bhojpuri. And he's also speaking Bhojpuri. So I'm being so much exposed to Bhojpuri as if I was feeling like I am being called to some place, something. And that's when I did some research. I found out that Kashi is one of the places that Bhojpuri is spoken, and other than Bihar, of course, but Kashi specifically, because I then realized that what if my Shiv or my version of him is the Kashi version of Shiv? I didn't know much about Vishwanath. I didn't know a lot about, the culture there and everything. But this man, my Shiv, who was talking to me now, was telling me where to go, what to do, what is the speciality of Kashi, what to drink there, what to not do, how to speak, what kind of people there are, what to expect in each gully, how to navigate gullies. All this he was telling me one by one, and I was like, that sounds like a tourist guide. I was like, okay. And that's when I decided I want to test this particular person that I'm perceiving. I'm like, I want to see if this is real. If he's telling me all this, then there must be a reason to this. And that's when I decided I'm going to Kashi. And I felt like I'm going to my sasural. I even telling my sakhis that, okay, I'm going to my sasural, I'm packing my things. I don't know when I'll come back. But I booked for 2 weeks. So, and the place that I booked was also very weirdly me ending up there. It's like everything was being planned. Someone was charting all this. Something was out, everything was out of my control, basically. When I landed there, I went to this place. I was not expecting to get any good, accommodation. Place just took my breath away. It was wonderful accommodation. I still remember, yeah, like I entered the room very tired. They fed me the best lunch that evening. Then I took my rest. I was like, something's going on that I don't know how to explain, how to perceive. So then next day is when things get a little spicy. So I wake up like, oh, better to say, he woke me up. It's like the voice was very penetrating, I would say. It's like I cannot sleep peacefully. He's like, wake up, wake up. And it's consistently like you cannot have any other thoughts. You will have to wake up. There is no other choice you get. And I wake up and he's like, get ready. We have to leave. I was like, going where? Just leave. Can you not trust? I was like, yes, I can trust. And I just leave the house without knowing where I'm going to end up. And as I'm talking, I'm hearing noises from my room. It's very common. The most common thing. Anyway, so I leave and I get out. I randomly get a rickshaw that is like passing by. He asks me, do you want to go to Kal Bhairav? I don't know. Yes, let's go. I I get in. I was like, okay. So he's the one dealing with this. I'm just like, okay, wherever he takes, I'll go. And he drops me like at the main dwar like of Kal Bhairav. I walk looking at everything. It's all for the first time. It's like my first visit. It was Mahakumbh, so I didn't go anywhere. So this was my first time, and I'm walking around as if I know that place. It's because, well, of course, the owner of Kashi is with me. So I was like, okay, let's have fun. And when I got there, there was no rush. There was nobody there. I'm like, People don't know this is a main temple. Kal Bhairav is one of the main temples, right? No, don't people know this? Why is it so empty? And I come out and I was like, that was fun. Well, that was my first experience being there. So I was like, I don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. So, well, I came out and I get another rickshaw. This is also random one. I am standing on the road, not knowing where to go next. I was going to Google, like, what is the next place close by. Another rickshaw wala comes and asks me, Sankat Mochan. Okay, Sankat Mochan. And I get in, and he's like, so you're going to meet two of the main, like, protector deities of Kashi. I was like, okay. Do you do this with everyone, or is it just me? And he didn't answer that question. He's always silent whenever I ask validation type of question. He's like, I'm not gonna answer that. Anyway, so I go to Sankat Mochan, and there also nobody is there. I'm literally like, don't people know these temples are one of the popular temples? Why are these places so empty? Anyway, I come out. I was sitting in a tea cafe. We actually got out of the house at like 6:30 around that time, morning 7 6:30, and by this whole thing is done, it's like 9, around 9. So I'm sitting inside a tea stall, like a small restaurant type of tea stall, and I'm having tea and pakoda. And while I'm eating and drinking chai, I'm asking him, where should we go next? And that's when I thought, now don't rely on the rickshaw walas coming and asking me where to go. I'll just Google. And that was the biggest mistake. I opened, it was first thing that popped up was Vishalakshi. I was like, okay, Vishalakshi is fine. We'll go to Vishalakshi. I told him also, let's go to Vishalakshi. And he was very excited. He's like, yes, let's go to Vishalakshi. I'm like, I look what is, what is. And that's when I looked at the description of Vishalakshi. She is described as consort of Vishwanath. And I was like, huh? Then who am I? So I was like having an argument, like full blown argument. Well, not openly. People would think I'm actually, I don't care though, but still, we are having a full blown argument, but nobody is able to see it. Anyway, and I'm like, so who am I? I'm a side character. Like, oh, you have a consort here, and you didn't tell me. We are actually behaving like a proper human couple. And I was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going back home. And I came back to the room. I'm just sat there. I'm not talking to him. I didn't talk to him the whole day. I was like, he is chatter patter. He's saying something. I'm like, okay. I'm not bothered whatever he has to say. But finally, he convinces me to go to the Ganga Aarti. And one of the Instagram followers who was very sweet to me, she also was like, I want to see you. I want to meet you. So I was like, why not? If you can come to Dashashwamedh Ghat, we'll meet there because that's where the Ganga Aarti is. So I went there. I was sat in one of the chairs, and she came in to meet me. She gave me like a small gift as well, which was like a bag with his picture on it. And I was like, this man, okay, whatever. So after the meeting and all, she leaves for some puja or something. I don't remember what it was. And I'm just sat there looking at him, who is in a golden murti, who is basically, so Shiv is placed in the middle of the Ganga Aarti, like where it happens. There is like a murti there, a golden murti. And I didn't see it at first. When the music and all starts, I'm like, hey, you are there. And I'm like, still not convinced. I was like, oh, you are still there. Okay, whatever. And I'm trying to enjoy Ganga Aarti, but I'm keep on like drifting to the idea that, oh, people want to worship Vishalakshi, who is in an idol form. So my problem was not that the Vishalakshi is considered consort of Vishwanath. I think people will have problem with me saying that, oh, I'm jealous about that. Listen to the full story first. Anyway, I was like, okay, she's an idol form. Through my bhav for him, I'm also her in that case. But nobody would like that. Nobody would want that. Nobody wants to see Shakti in a human form. Everyone wants to see Shakti as a statue or a picture. that is more acceptable than saying a human woman, a living woman with a little follies here and there can also be her. So I was like, "Hmm, whatever." I tried to ignore him, but as the Ganga Aarti ended, I was just walking by, and I was just walking towards Gadolia Chalk. And that's when, I don't know why, for what reason, I stopped at a gully because there was like a chuda in the shelf, and I was like feeling some kind of attraction. It was like someone was holding my hand like this very forcefully and taking me there. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt that pull that cannot be denied, like a pull that will not hear no from you. That kind of thing. So I went inside the shop. I bought this. Then as I came out, I saw like the opposite shop had Mangal Sutra. I don't know why. For what reason? I still don't know. Don't ask me, because there is absolutely no, like, my brain went completely turned off. There was nothing that was logical in my head left. I just saw this Mangal Sutra and I felt like it's calling me. It's saying that get me, get me, get me. And it's not something that you can just walk past. It's a voice that you cannot ignore. And I got it. And while I was just standing there, looking for what to do next, my this friend who met me earlier at Ganga Aarti, she comes back to tell me, "Hey, we should go to Vishwanath." I'm like, at this time, it's like 8, 9 in the night. I'm like, "Are you sure? Like we can go?" She was like, "This is the best time. The crowd will be less." I was like, "Don't you have to take like a booking or something? You have to take some kind of parchi from the website?" She's like, "No, no, no, just come." So when I went there, some random man just approaches us. He says, "Oh, you came to see Baba. Okay, I'll make it easier for you. So you get into this line, it's easier. You go here, do this, do that." I'm like, within 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, within 2 minutes, I'm right in front of him. I'm like, what is happening? And suddenly I remembered the purse that I was carrying had this Mangal Sutra. I took it out and I felt like he was holding my hand at that time. It felt like that. And he was like, "Yes, this Mangal Sutra is now me. You wear it with pride. Now you are mine." And I remember sitting on the side, like there is a place, like it's very secluded. There I was sitting there. I sat down in meditation for a less than 5 minutes. It became so clear, like the whole place just vanished. It was as if my heart is really beating when I'm saying this. Like I felt like he's right there, tying this Mangal Sutra around my neck and saying, "There is nothing in this world that can separate you from me." He also took a vachan from me saying that no matter who will say that you are not Vishalakshi, you shouldn't worry about it. He said, "You will never question our bond again." And that sealed the vow I gave him. And yeah, I didn't think like how will it look like to the people. I didn't think how it will come across. But I shared it on Instagram the next day because I knew he wanted to. He definitely wanted it, and a lot of people had issues with it. A lot of people had problems about it. Yeah, he's watching. Anyway, I tried to explain it how it feels, but whenever I recount this, I end up crying. It felt more than a normal physical marriage, I would say. Uh, I don't see any of my cousins, friends, my relatives who are married now. They recount the story of their marriage and crying. I've never seen it. If you see, for me, well, because my husband is the best husband,